Well, welcome back to Monday Special. Of course, tonight we're talking about the story of missing people or missing persons and gone without a trace. We've already been receiving a lot of texts from you all day since we started with the commercials in the afternoon. Like we said, over 200 responded, and right now you're still responding and keep responding on our Twitter, that is using the hashtag Monday Special KE, and our SMS platform 22422. And of course, in a short while, you'll be able to call in live. We'll give you the phone line in a short while. Let's look at some other stories you've been sharing with us right now. That is a missing child. The name there, Abdallah Motsefu, a nickname of Simba. You can see it was already advertised. Anyone with information concerning this missing child, please contact. The number is there. And of course, this child we are talking about is a child of Mwanasha, sorry for not getting your name right, Mwanasha Motsefu, who's going to tell us her experience. Tell us briefly what happened with the child.
Okay, my son was barely 14 years old when he went missing. It was in April 2010, and he's just stepped out of the house to buy airtime. And he was actually doing his homework, and he decided to just step out to buy airtime. And we've not seen him since.
Where was that?
In Mombasa, Nyali.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was in 2010?
Yes.
What happened? I mean, when did you realize that he's gone missing?
I think in about an hour or so, the people who were in the house realized he was missing. You
also in the house at that time?
No, I was not in the house, I was at work.
Okay.
Yeah. So they called me, and I told them to go to the police because I was a bit far. I was in Malindi. Yeah. So I drove back to Mombasa, and they had already reported to the police.
That same evening?
That same, it was not evening, it was midday.
Midday?
Yes.
After how long did they go to the police?
Immediately.
Immediately?
Yes.
So they got concerned, and you also got concerned immediately?
Yes, because it was not normal. Because I know how I've raised my children, they don't go anywhere unless they tell us. Actually, I'm going to visit a friend, or they live with an adult. But in that case, he just stepped out, and he was never seen. Okay.
Did you yourself go to the police department?
Later on.
Later on?
Yes.
Which department exactly, and what treatment did you get with the police when you went there? Okay,
I went to Nyali police station, and because my children had already reported, my other children had already reported, so I had an OB. So when I went in, I went to report. I went back because there's this. He had a phone.
Your son?
Yes.
Okay.
He had a phone. He had actually gone to buy airtime.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd gone to the police, and I wanted them to track the number. But when I went there, the kind of treatment I got, I was in shock. Because first I was asked, have you found him? You already have an OB, so why have you come back? Have you found him? I said, no, I've not found him, but he has a phone. He said, why are you saying he's missing? You only consider a person to be missing after 48 hours. So you can imagine, 48 hours is just when he has disappeared, and I think to me, it was the most crucial time to start looking for him. But I was told to wait until after 48 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me talk to Zipporah Mboroke, who's the police spokesperson. Legally, or what time or when is somebody declared missing by the police?
Okay, thank you.
After how long?
After, if maybe the circumstances under which the person has disappeared and the person who is reporting, that person can be able to know if that person is missing. But actually, after 24 hours, if you have not seen your person, that person is really missing because you don't know the whereabouts of that person. Because sometimes maybe after 1 hour, you may come and declare, say that the person is missing. And then we record and we circulate all over. So actually, we don't have like a clear cut, but we encourage somebody, if at least you have said, you know the habit of the person you're talking about, and then that person has not reported back maybe in like 2 hours or 3 hours, you become suspicious. So you should go to the police station and report the matter. Yes.
I'll come back to you to tell us exactly what happens after somebody reports to you. How crucial is that time? 24 hours, 48 hours? How crucial is that time?
I can say once you have reported a person is missing, between 30 minutes, I think if the police are serious about following this up, they can be able to trace that person within a shorter period of time. Because 48 hours is too much to trace someone. And it becomes so difficult for them. If now the assailant have dropped that phone, it'll become so difficult to know exact location of where that boy is.
You're a security expert.
Yes.
Is there, do you think, this also goes to you, an ideal time that you should declare somebody missing? Because I'm sure the police also get a lot of such cases, and sometimes somebody may not necessarily be missing and may come back after a few hours. Should there be an ideal time? Let me bring Rose Navalayo.
Okay, Kenya Missing Persons is actually internet-based. And the reports that you get from missing persons normally happens maybe 2 or 3 days later after somebody is missing. Because I'm thinking the case, why this would happen is somebody has reported to the police. They want another way that they can report their missing person, because maybe they feel apparently where they reported nothing is being done. And we have a Facebook page, and the people who report on our page, one of the requirements, they have to have reported to the police first. So somebody has to have an OB number to actually say they reported to the police that this person is actually missing. Then they upload a picture of the missing person, and we now repost it on our Facebook page, on Twitter handle, where we have a very large following of 13,000 on Twitter and 7,000 on...
What kind of response do you get on
okay, what we normally request our followers to do is to share. You know, sharing means you get more views of people seeing this missing person, and you never ever know who is going to see the picture of that person. And we've had success cases. So what we do, we post it on our page, and then it is shared. Yeah. So to increase the viewership. Yeah.
What is the procedure with the police when somebody comes to the police and says, "My person is missing"? What then? What then happens after that?
Okay, the procedure when a person reports to the police station and claims that a person is missing, we request that person to come with full details. We are talking about full details here: the name of that person, what he was putting on, the complex, the height, the language which that person can speak, the language which he can communicate with, maybe his associate or something like that. And also we request that that person should come with a colored photograph of that person, so that after we record it down, that is the procedure, all that detailed information we have to record it down in the hobby. And then after that, we have to make a circulation to all police stations within Kenya for that person as a missing person report. And then the same information is going to be sent to the criminal department, that is at the CID headquarters, whereby that person or the name of that person is going to be put in Kenya Police Gazette in the next issue which comes out, so that this issue is going to be circulated, is going to be taken to all police stations within Kenya, so that now all the police officers can be on lookout. And then on top of that, when it has been circulated, maybe that station receives that report, the OCS in that police station, there is a file where we have to file that issue, that report. And then the officers who are on patrol, they are going to be given that information, so that that information also they can pass to the chief of that area to pass the same message to the members of the public.
But the thing is, I understand all the information you're given and everything. What do you mean when you say to be on the lookout? The police officers to be on the lookout. How? On the lookout how? Like,
that is on the lookout.
Are they going to go around looking for this person, or what happens?
There are officers who are on patrol. And these officers who go on patrol, actually you have to be on if somebody, if somebody has gone to a village where he doesn't know, or he is not known in that place, the people in that place, they will get concerned. They can report to their chief. And then the same information comes back to the police.
But these are the same police officers on patrol who are dealing with other issues, including crime and everything.
Yes.
And they're the ones you're saying are also looking out for missing persons.
all the police officers, it becomes a concern for all the police officers in the police station when you get that information. As we move out during our duties, we have to see if we can be able to come across that person or something, because we have already the details.
So, I'm sorry, I have to keep asking this. Just forgive my ignorance on this.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, police officers are on patrol. They have a name of a missing person. How do they go about looking for this missing person?
Okay.
Asking people if they are this person, or what happens?
Not that they are.
Or
They'll go with the name.
do you know this person? Or?
You have the details, all the details, the comrades, the height, the language which this person speaks. And then as a result of that, because also you have passed the same information to the chief, and the chief, that information even can be posted at the police station, that information at the chief's office, and anybody, the members of the public, if they see that person within the village, within the area, within the town where they are living, they are going to report back the same information to the police station.
How
Yes.
practical is this? I mean,
I can say something. Unless things have changed. Because when my son went missing, I did all that on my own. The police actually did nothing. In fact, they were waiting for me to tell them, to give them an update of what was going on with the case. It took me, there's a day I took my children and everybody in the house, including some neighbors, to the police station so that they could be asked. I wanted them to be questioned. Maybe they knew something. It took them like 3 days to write statements, and nothing came out of it. Yeah.
Were you ever given any, does that happen? Are you ever assigned, like her case, which I'm sure there's so many cases?
Yes.
Are you ever assigned a police officer to go out with you and such? Did that happen to you? Ever happen to you?
Just to manage the process, taking statements but not to search. Because when that happens, your first instinct is that the police will help you in searching, but nothing happened. Like the way you see in other countries where the area is sealed and people go combing the area, nothing like that.
Let me read.
My opinion is different. I want to advise, maybe in future or for tomorrow, the police need to come up with system, because circulating that manually or even sending a signal across the country will not help the missing person to be found. Because these people, these abductors, are technical, and assigning patrol duty officers to do such assignments, it's not practical according to me, because in the modern technology today, like now the son, right?
Yes.
Add a phone, so they have a cybercrime unit which is supposed to tackle that immediately. So if they have a prompt response to do, I believe maybe your son could be found on time. And the other thing is, if they can have an assigned police officer, 2 or 1, to tackle that particular issue, it will have been so easy. But I think they pose the challenge of maybe finances and other challenges.
Okay.